What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about 1/10 of an ounce gold coins and 10-ounce silver bars and how they are just about the same price right now. But really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there, go check it out. Link will be in the description. Try and hit 1,000 subscribers. And if you want to help support the channel by getting some DYDSS merchandise, of course we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products, t-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance, it's more than appreciated. But today I wanted to talk about these two very specific pieces of metal sitting here in front of me. Over here on the left we have a little 1/10 of an ounce gold maple leaf, and over here we have a 10-ounce silver sunshine bar. Now, I don't mean to get that specific. I'm just talking about the weight of the silver, the specific weight. 1/10 of an ounce of gold and 10 ounces of silver. As I'm recording the video, the spot price of silver is $17 and change, $17 and X amount of cents. As we all know, it fluctuates throughout the day. So let's just say it's about 17 bucks for the sake of the video, while gold, on the other hand, is a little bit above $1,700 an ounce. And I was thinking about it today and yesterday because for those of you who watched yesterday's video, I'm assuming many of you have, because that's actually the #1 most well-performing video on my channel. And if you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend watching it. But in yesterday's video, I briefly mentioned how you could pack so much more wealth into gold than you can silver. Now, they're both fantastic. I say it all the time, mostly referring to silver, that it's an excellent way, in my opinion at least, to preserve your wealth for the long term and act as a hedge against inflation. In fact, that's its job. That's what silver is used for. Gold, on the other hand, is used for the same exact identical thing. However, you can pack so much more into it. And these two pieces of metal that I have sitting here in front of me are a prime example. Now, obviously, spot price is going to fluctuate over time. There are going to be people watching this video days, weeks, months, years in the future. Who knows? Maybe down the line, instead of gold being about $1,700 an ounce, while silver is give or take about $17 and change per ounce. Who knows? Maybe gold will go up or down $100, $200, $300, and silver goes up or down maybe like $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, maybe even $10. Who knows? Both are very sporadic metals, but at this very specific point in time, if you do a little bit of math, spot price of gold is about 1,700 bucks. But what if you divide that by 10? Because this, after all, this right here is 1/10 of an ounce. If you divide spot price by 10, you get about, give or take, roughly $170, which is what this is worth right here. Excluding the premiums. We're not talking about premiums in today's video. Excluding the premium, this is worth right around 170 bucks. Because the spot price of gold is 1,700 bucks, and this is 1/10 of an ounce of gold. Silver, on the other hand, is worth about $17. What if you were multiply that by 10? Because this is an ounce of silver times 10, 10-ounce silver bar, similar to the 1/10 of an ounce gold coin over here, equates to about $170. So I thought it was pretty interesting, and I thought that at this very specific point in time, I just thought it was kind of an opportunity to talk about, because how often are we going to catch this happen? How often are we going to be able to say that this and this are worth just about the same dollar amount? From a fiat currency perspective, I don't like to measure my wealth in dollars, but I thought it was interesting for today's video, and I thought it was a pretty unique thing to talk about. And I have talked about this in the past where I actually compared these two pieces of metal, but the spot price multiplied by 10 or divided by 10 didn't align as close to perfectly as it does today. So I thought it was pretty interesting. I thought it was something cool to talk about. And before I move on to my next point, I want to ask everyone if you can head on down to the comments and let me know current spot price right now. If premiums did not exist and you had $170 that you had to pack into one of these two pieces of metal, which would you pick and why? Let me know in the comments. But now moving forward, I was thinking about it today. Similar to what I brought up in yesterday's video and how you can pack so much more into gold than you can silver, and how eventually one day, if and when the gold to silver ratio gap closes in a little bit and it makes a little bit more sense to maybe take a break from converting dollars into silver, maybe one day I will have the opportunity to convert some silver into some more gold, if that's what I choose to do, if that's my decision. At the end of the day, it's my currency and my money that I'm working with, so at the end of the day, who really cares? I'm not reaching into anybody else's pocket to get silver and gold. So, with that being said, gold is much, much easier to move around or transport or hide. And one thing that I really like about it is this right here is about the size of a fingernail, just about. Well, this right here is about almost, well, it's a little bit smaller, but it's almost the size of a smartphone. A smartphone sized piece of metal in comparison to a fingernail sized piece of metal. Like I said, it's so much easier to move, transport, hide if you absolutely must. Now, I know this right here isn't all that difficult to hide. This 10-ounce bar fits in your pocket just fine. It fits in, I don't know, a shoe that you're not wearing just fine. You can hide it really anywhere. But what happens if you're thinking long term? What happens if you're thinking large scale? What if you have more than 10 ounces? What if you have 1,000 ounces? What if you have a whole pile, a whole stack of these 10-ounce silver bars? Number one, it gets kind of heavy. Two, takes up some space. Three, it's hard to move around. Gold, on the other hand, I can fit 20 of these in one single tube for gold coins, 10th-ounce gold coins. And if I were to put 20 of them in there, do the math. It's about 2 ounces of gold. And with the current spot price, that'd be worth over $3,000. $3,400 and change. Again, I really do not enjoy measuring wealth in dollars, but rather ounces, because it makes a little bit more sense for me, somebody who stacks the silver and the gold. I don't really look at this little piece of gold right here and be like, oh, cool, that's $170 worth. Only reason I brought it up in today's video is just for the sake of the conversation, which is all my videos are for. Nothing on my channel is ever financial advice, because I'm not a financial advisor. It's all for entertainment purposes only, but it's also to help initiate a conversation. So I'm curious, what are your thoughts on that? And once again, if you had to pack $170 in a perfect world, in an imaginary world where premiums don't exist, at $170 and you had to put it into one of these two pieces of metal, which would you go with? And it doesn't have to specifically be a gold maple, it doesn't have to be a sunshine bar. 10 ounces of silver or 1/10 of an ounce of gold. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. And one last thing that I wanted to talk about is these individually, if I were to have a whole mess of these 1/10 ounces, you could spread them out all over the place. I could put maybe, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 in one safe, 3, 4, 5 in another. Some people like to bury their precious metals underground. I understand why they do this, but in my honest, humble opinion, I've always found that to be pretty ridiculous. But it's not my money that they're burying, so I don't really care. I know people who have put their silver and their gold in different types of tubes or pipes, and then they hide them inside the walls of their house. Again, seems a little bit excessive in my opinion. I understand why they're doing it. I disagree with why they're doing it, but I understand. Point being is that you can hide these all over the place. This is just a teeny tiny piece of metal, and it's twice as big as it needs to be because of the capsule that it's in. If I were to just take the coin itself out of the capsule, you know how tiny that is? 1/10 of an ounce? It's about the size of a dime. You know how easy it is to lose a dime? You could put it anywhere. You could have put a bunch of them in your pocket. Well, you could probably only put 1 or 2 of these in your pocket. Now, I'm obviously not hating on silver. Silver is actually my metal of choice, if I'm being honest with you. If I were to be forced to choose between the two, I would go with silver, which, by the way, now that I'm talking about it, if I had to put $170, premiums not existing, into one of these two, which would I choose and why? Truth be told, I want to say gold because of all the reasons that I listed in today's video about how it's just so easy to move and transport or hide. However, I'm going to go with silver for the long-term vision. In my opinion and from my perspective, not a financial advisor, however, I have always considered silver to be the opportunity metal. Let's face it, spot price is what? In between 17 and 18 bucks right now? You know how low that is? I know premiums are high, but spot price we're talking about in today's video. $17, $18 when it has already gone to $35, $40, $45, $50 in the past. I'm not going to reiterate yesterday's video too much, but as I said yesterday, we already know what silver is capable of. It's already happened. So who's to say it's never going to happen again? It's already happened. We already know it's possible. We're not asking for silver to do anything that it hasn't already proven itself to be able to do. So I know what silver's capable of. I know that this piece of metal right here could very well double in value, maybe even triple, who knows, potentially even quadruple in value. I'm not a psychic, I'm not telling you that's what's going to happen, but I think it very well could. This has already doubled. Has gold been twice as high as where it currently is? No. Sure, it's creeping its way up, slides down a little bit. But silver, in my opinion, from my perspective, has the potential to double, triple, maybe even quadruple, who knows, maybe even beyond that. Gold, does it have the potential? Sure. But has it proven itself? Has gold ever been $3,400 an ounce? No. So we don't know for sure that it's possible. I mean, you could argue that anything is possible, but you can't argue that it's already happened, therefore it's likely to happen again. Silver, you can in fact make that argument. Not that anybody's here to argue, and if you are here to argue, this probably isn't the channel for you. I don't really debate with anyone, but those are just some of my thoughts, some of my beliefs, some of my opinions, all from my perspective. This is not financial advice, it's for entertainment purposes only, but it's also to help initiate a conversation. So once again, what are your thoughts? Head on down to the comments and let me know. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe. New videos every single day, 365 days a year. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. Trying really hard to hit 1,000 subscribers, so help us out. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, such as the DYDSS 3/9s, 4/9s, and 90% t-shirts and hoodies available in black, white, gray, red, blue, and pink, along with many other products that are helping us raise funds and awareness for different charity organizations, such as the DYDSS military tee, available in 4 different colors, which is helping us raise funds and awareness for Military with PTSD Inc., a nonprofit actively working to help improve the lives of our veterans. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. And once again, please head on down to the comments and let me know. Between 1/10 of an ounce of gold and 10 ounces of silver, which do you prefer? Which would you go with if you had $170, give or take, excluding the premiums? Let's just say the premiums are identical. Which of these two would you go with and why? Let me know your opinions in the comments section down below. Anything and everything related to 1/10 of an ounce of gold and 10 ounces of silver. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.